Hello, amigo. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. And this is episode 829.2. What's left of Christmas 23. Hopefully, you guys have had a great day. Looking to hang out with a few of you weed nerds. Oh, it's kind of funny, a little slightly funny, that some of us weed nerds don't read titles. Got a few DMs from folks trying to get on the replay earlier today. Kind of funny. Cheers to you guys. Oh, my live top chat, the live chat. Cheers. Let's grow. What's good to you? Live chat, please. Oh, I'm gonna have to change that again. Stony Creek, what is up? Supreme Grape, hey Nova, Sister Golden Hair, Merry Christmas to you. Evolve 420, how are you doing? T Barrington, hopefully you enjoyed the replay that you requested today. Growzilla, how you doing? I think that was 278. Was it? At least by my numbers, anyway. What's up, Ty? Yeah, it was kind of nice as I was walking by doing my thing today to see some of those people from long ago in a Christmas past. Smiley, happy faces. Man, some of them we don't see anymore, but great people nonetheless. All right, what do we got? THC Rise, how you doing? James D. Weaver, how you doing? Jack Beanstalk, get my tray over here so I can roll something up. Hang out for a few before I go to the gym and run in my Christmas shoes. Spill my tray. That would have been tragic. Oh, wrong way on that. Bush's paper plane. How you doing? She grows dank, love dank. Cheers to you. Yeah, what I'm smoking on. Still another entry from the sun grown. Well, left of an entry, I should say accurately. What are you guys on smoking on? You get some Christmas fire? Did you get some good seeds put in your garden? Did you get a new light? New fan? Something for you, bro. What's up, New Finley? Nice, T. Barrington. Stop with the violence. Stop with the hate. Flower Temple Music. What's up? New album out. Nice. Is that your album, Flower Temple Music? Send me a link. All the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and my children will play. Hopefully some of them good folks that popped on, hit me up earlier, will take me up on, we're going live later. Check the old IG. Instagram user. Is that something? Oh no. Ask is just slow. Did you guys get everything you wanted for Christmas? The golden ticket round 3 almost paid off. Almost. Why almost? There. Polly, be quick, be nimble. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to you, Polly. I believe this is the original version. I like both. I've heard a few versions of this merch version, wrapped over version. Of course, this original version. Heard a couple other versions. All pretty good. People like me. People like you. The haters of the haters are really hateful. Sad but true. Cheers, Pizza Pirate. Hopefully you had a Merry Christmas. Oh, this is the merch version. Cheers. Merry Christmas to you all. Claude, if I didn't catch you. Cheers to you. Skunky Glass Works, I see you. I'll move that table or something. This is a great tune. Well, both versions. Nice, 30 days clear. That's about right for me. Don't need to go any more than 30 days. So what you guys smoking on? I see a couple. It's a damn shame. What the world's going to for people like me and people like you may not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Everybody must be busy with their Christmas festivities and or tuckered out from them. Cheers, Blue Chris. How was your holiday? Dark Horse Undertaker. Sounds interesting. I've never heard of that one. Smoking some Italian Romberry times cheesequake. Nice. This Tao, it's been a minute. Hopefully he's doing well. Man, I need to move this table. DOA. Eagle times Kaya times Shredder mix. That sounds pretty cool. Here's a funny thing I had learned the last few days. The Fitbit don't work on tattoo. Cheers, Icy Cold. Here's a funny thing I had learned. Oh man, I can hear myself. Cheers, Blue Kiss.
Oh, that's me. I'm a pain. I'm so bad. I'm so fucking bad. Damn. There we go. Hoofa.
How was your Christmas?
Oh, it was great. It was perfect. There is nothing better than Christmas with little kids. And that's a fact.
That is a good fact right there.
Yeah. Kid knows how to tear open a gift like nobody's business. Holy shit. Then we were playing dice games. That was pretty cool watching her trying to roll dice. Man, they were going across the table. They were fucking ricocheting off this one dude. She kept just like angling for him and she just poof, nail him with. She's lucky for me. She helped me win.
What kind of dice games do you like to play?
Usually craps, if I'm being honest, but I'll play any. I'm pretty much a game player as far as I like that competitive. I was the last of 4 kids that we had a natural 4-person card, board game, any kind of game really growing up. We didn't have all the shit we got now. We had 3 channels of TV and games. So I really enjoy playing card games and dice games and yeah. Yep. Yeah, I like learning new games too. This was a new game I played today and it was a real simple one. Yeah.
You remember the name of it? I enjoyed cards and dice too. Oh,
No, but the concept was so simple, it was crazy. You had 1 through 11 little pegs that flipped up 1 through 11 and 2 dice, and you threw dice and you take off exactly what the 2 dice are. So if you roll a 12, you can take off an 11 and a 1, or a 10 and a 2, and the strategy. But when you can't flip your numbers for the dice you've rolled, you're done. So if all you've got left is a 3 and a 4 and you roll an 8, you're done. You're left with a 7. So and whoever has the lowest score wins. So strategy wise, it is yeah, there's a little strategy, but it's a lot because you're rolling dice.
sounds a lot like 1000. It's similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was some wooden game that there was a my son-in-law's best friend brought it for him. Got it for Christmas. It was real simple. Ages 1 to 100, kind of deal. But yeah, just watching Penny throw those dice was worth the price of admission. Oh, and I taught her how to fake shit. Then I go. We were at the dinner table as she started doing it, and I was really teaching her. And she looked like she was taking a big old dump, but she nothing in her diaper. But yeah, she had a little fist up and she was bearing down and making grunting sounds. Best thing I've taught her to date.
Sounds like a good day for sure.
Yeah, I enjoy doing shit like that. Ruining things for the mom and dad up the road.
I try to be a little conscious about gifts, loud gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't like torture them, but that's something fun.
Yeah. I think the loudest thing I got was I got a little music kit. And one of them was like a drum. That was pretty loud.
Yeah, some of them they got the electronics and you can shut it right off.
Yeah.
And that's what kind that my granddaughter has. But it'll do it like a beatbox. It's pretty cool. Sit there and play games. Yeah, we'll make up songs. But yeah, I had a great time. And of course, then after dinner we had passed a couple good sized joints and let everything settle in real nice. And I think that's what I really like about the holidays is now that my child is an adult, I can, we have adult uh parties that are geared toward my lifestyle and not somebody else's. No, there's nobody's drinking, there's no alcohol. I mean, occasionally, and I do mean rarely occasionally, there would be maybe some alcohol, but special occasion kind of thing, it to mark something. It's not anything any of us seek out to do.
Oh, I liked it. And since I'm very on the record talking about smoking with my children in the holidays. It has greatly improved the holiday as they've gotten older and been able to smoke. I had one of the girls' boyfriend, Lexi I in chat.
Hi,
Uh,
Lexi. If you're listening, hi.
Her significant other is one of the managers at one of the dispos downstate, and every time I see him, he's always got what he thinks is in him, whatever. And he's all sitting there trying to. He's got his dab rig out, again, like I've never heard or seen of a dab rig and shit. He's like, oh, he throws in this big lob, and I'm like, I'm like, you don't have to do better than that, son.
Hey.
If you're trying to kind of dab me out, he would in the end, he was the one on the couch.
Yeah,
Which is the
it's
funny
kind of
part.
funny, really, when you think about it.
It was
There's
fun.
no, there's nobody trying to, well, no, nobody trying to dab me out. They all know the extent of my partaking of the herb and its subsets. So they just go, yeah, she's high again, still high. stepped out on the porch. It's hot in that little house and the oven going and stuff. So I just kept stepping out on the porch and it was 55 degrees outside. I mean, geez, crazy. 55 at Christmas.
Beautiful. It was a beautiful Christmas as far as the weather goes.
Yeah.
My opinion. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not, the white Christmas is nice, but a nice dry green 55 Christmas is nice too.
Yeah. Well, when I left, my son-in-law said, drive home careful. He goes, of course, there's no ice or nothing. So yeah, but still be careful.
Oh, it was foggy up heading north, back north. Well, coming south and north from, where I'm at all the way past, just past, like say 181. Like visibility was shit.
Yeah, it was real hazy this morning. Foggy, hazy, whatever you want to call it.
But it's still, I'll take that hazy fog over a slippery, snow-covered road any day, especially during the holiday travels like that. It was nice to go down and see the girls and little Chase, little man, they get so fucking big so fast. That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't he about a year and a half, year and 3/4 now? He's got to be getting right up there. He wasn't that far behind my granddaughter.
He's about, right about a year and 3/4 there. Fun.
Yeah, all the fun that I had this year, I looked at her parents. I said, wait till next year. Next year, she's going to be a freaking card. It's going to be fun. When they turn 3, they really get into that, the holiday, yeah, all of the songs and the tradition.
Sounds like a good time.
Well, she can do it. She does the stuff for up on a housetop now with her hands, and she does some of the words. Of course, every 5th word she'll pop it out, but it's still pretty cool. But next year she'll be saying all of the words, or some of the words, but fucked up, because that's what they do.
Oh, I can't wait for the Christmas conversation next year.
Yeah, that's when it really starts getting to be fun. And of course, they get, the joy of Christmas isn't. In fact, I left my gift at my daughter's house. I had her knit me some or crochet me some beanies. That's what I wanted. And she goes, "What do you want?" I said, "Beanies." And she goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, that's all I want." So she made me beanies, and she always gets me the Ferrero Rocher chocolates, 'cause I really like the hazelnut chocolates. Delicious. Left them there. I'm going back tomorrow though. I go spend the afternoon with my granddaughter every 5 days a week, and then on the weekends, if they want to go somewhere, I'll pop in for a couple hours and watch her, because I'm pretty much the only one who babysits for them. So
that's pretty awesome and a great way to keep in touch with the grandbaby. Quality hours.
yes, I say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the favorite grandma," and they're going, "It's not a competition." I go, "But still, I'll be the favorite."
It's not a competition to them.
Yeah, okay. Yes, not a competition. Yeah, that you cannot have enough people love your child, but still I'm maybe the favorite. Yes. And I am so far.
That's funny. I try, and I heard the same thing. It's not a competition. That's the same thing I thought. Might not to you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to be first in her heart, so yeah, kind of it is a competition. I have to say, a couple days ago was the first time that she's ever cried and thrown a fit when her parents have left. I forget what they even had to go do. Nothing big. Oh, they went to a movie. They went and saw Iron Claw, which they said was great. Any of you thinking about going and seeing that? It's a wrestling movie. Yeah, I hear it's real good. I'm probably gonna go see that one. I don't usually go to the movie theaters, but occasionally I'll get recommended a good movie and then go see it. But in any event, she did throw down like the end of the world was at hand. So that made me feel kind of bad. But no, she doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they grow. It was weird to see, the realization all three girls all growed up, different places, coming together for that Christmas dinner. It's funny. It's the first year they even like organized or made a good effort to like organize like a dinner, like chat. I'm bringing this, I'm bringing that, I'm cooking
You know
this.
what? That's great because what they're
Oh,
doing now is they're making new traditions. They're
yeah,
forming new traditions right now, and you're in the middle of it because you have a grandchild now, and there are now three generations. They're gonna start doing stuff like this, and you're gonna love it. Yeah, when my parents passed, boy, my traditions it took a big spin out the window, and I was lost there for about 4 or 5 years of trying to make new ones. And and at that time my daughter was also living in South Carolina, so that kind of really screwed the pooch a few years for me. And I'd go down or they'd come up, but it's tough, real tough. So yeah, I enjoy that.
do you yourself get anything for Christmas that you wanted, or just anything?
No, that's the only thing I asked for was those beanies. And that's yeah, I've been buying myself for the last couple of months just because I had to replace all of my wardrobe, literally all of my wardrobe in the last few months. I've had to buy everything new except for shoes, but I still bought those too. So I don't feel that I needed to spend any extra for myself for Christmas or have anybody buy me because I just been spending like a fool on myself anyway. So no, I'm good.
Through that the last year and a half, maybe, the whole new same thing, all new wardrobe, new fucking button ups and all
Yeah,
that.
everything is new. So I don't need any clothes. I've got everything I need in my home. I don't need anything or want anything. And let's be fair, I'm not a Christian anymore. I'm a Buddhist, which is Taoist or Taoist, however you say it, philosophy. I mean, nothing against the whole Christian faith or anything, but I still follow the precepts. I just am not of that thinking. So it's not me celebrating the birth of Christ, but I still like the witch in me likes the paganism in it. So yeah, I enjoy the paganism.
Right on, right on.
It's
Like
still the same thing. There is a higher sense than self, it's looking forward to getting there. We got through the solstice, and now the days are getting freaking longer.
it was a tough one. This one last cycle, strong.
Yeah, everybody's going winter, winter. I'm like, oh, winter was the 21st, was the first day. So sorry to give you that news. But we're gonna be going hard through March. So
Against my wishes there, the girls did try to give me some Christmas, or they did give me some Christmas presents, I should say, to support my new endeavors. So they bought Dad a new pair of running shoes.
good, because you can never
Yeah.
have you got to keep them as new as you can.
Yeah, they in fact I looked into that a little bit through advice of my chiropractor, which I'm going to try to incorporate in this year's training as well. Um, she's like, "Well, you better be changing your shoes, you know, often, frequent." And I got a list. That I'm like, "Yeah," because I'm kind of cheap like that. I'm thinking, "Yeah, no." And then I looked into it, and sure shit, and yeah, there's
Yeah,
mileage on them bad
you're gonna end
boys.
up with feet that hurts to the point where you can't run if you
Well,
don't.
she was saying that the M impacts in every joint in your body. That
Oh
hit.
yeah,
I looked into it, and they said 3 to 500 miles for a running shoe.
and you're going, oops, I'm over that a few times.
Yeah, at first I went, okay, time to retire those, and went out and grabbed another set.
And then you put in a new pair and you're going, oh, these are a lot snugger.
Got 50 miles on I bought a new set earlier this month and I've already got 50 miles on 300. They're saying like 3 to 350 for what I do. Fucking,
And you
I'm
can't slow down because you need to practice. So you're just gonna have to run them.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep changing them because I want to try to get through this year as injury free as possible so I can meet this year's goal. And probably calm down a little bit next year, but this year I want to, so that and then I've been eyeballing one of these damn Fitbits, but I wouldn't pay that either because the cheap guy in me is like, yeah, no. I've looked at him, I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, no,
A
fuck
lot
off.
of people who use them, but I'm not that um compulsive about needing to know what's going on. I only weigh myself once a week at the gym. Because if you compulsively weigh yourself every single day, you're gonna make yourself nuts about that number. So I don't do that. And a once a week will give me a better sense of what I'm doing over time because within a week I'm gonna go like this anyway.
Oh, my weight's like crazy, man. It's like right on. I stick at like 162 is like it might go up by the time I'm done. It's always at 162.
Yeah, I can tell if I'm retaining water, don't even freaking bother because I've got 2 pounds of water or 3 pounds of water I know I'm holding on to. So yeah, even if the number's gonna be different for me, but is it different? No, not really. So yeah, that's my thing is not to do that, but yeah, if you don't keep your feet going and your muscles moving, that number is gonna go all over. You're in pretty good shape though. I gotta give it to you, Eagle.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
In fact, I think looking forward into the next year, do you have any health goals that you're actually looking at?
Well, I mean, it's well, just you know, over just the running goals I have as far as those go. I'm going to try to watch better care of my sugar. The sugar has been something that's been kind of on my radar a little bit this last year,
Myself as well.
and that's super scary. Sugar is super scary.
It's a poison. We've been eating poison all along. You know that, and I know that, but it's a good tasting poison. It's slow acting, good tasting poison.
I think honestly, dude, and this is straight up, you know, I think we listen to our bodies and we don't give our bodies enough credit for like the little things it tries to tell us. Um, um, but like cravings for salts and shit like that. And I honestly start to think, there I had my personal reasons why I like wanted to run, take up this endeavor, but I almost think like it was my body telling me, hey bud, use it or lose it. You better get on a better path of health.
And
And
I do have a question for you. Since you've been running, have you been doing much weightlifting at all?
not as much because when I started this endeavor, I was doing a whole lot more weight training, and then it just kind of hit me. I'm like, well, why in the fuck do I want to be heavier? You know what I mean? And beat up,
Well, usually it's one or the other. It is not both.
right? So now I go a little bit and try to just keep, good
Good
overall
toning.
health. Yeah, but I'm not like doing as much, but I'm not trying to build up the numbers as much as I was there. I'm just trying to keep good shape, keep overall good health.
That's actually the best way you can go about it, really. For me, I'm gonna up, I think the next year my yoga game and do a little bit in push my yoga a little further, get my outer limits a little further and get my balance a little better. and also more meditation, actually.
I'd like to do that as well, right there. It's more meditation.
In fact, I have a friend that's in another Discord server that we've been talking about it for a little while now. We're going to start doing morning meditations and see how that goes for us. Waiting for to get past the holidays. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and it's real hard for us to schedule it.
That's the kicker right there. Is like I've wanted to do more and more meditation for a long time, but life's super demanding. And earlier on for me, there was more people that were close to me, and I was like more responsible for, if you will. And it just like it was push, 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 and I felt guilty for taking out that 10 minutes or
That 10 minutes would have probably helped you overall on the long run anyway, if you just given yourself the time to do it.
I agree, but I always felt guilty for trying to take that time. Was my problem.
Yeah, when it comes to ourselves and things that we should be doing, and we know we should be doing it, but we just can't quite see it because it's just too freaking close. Everybody else can see it, or we can see everybody else's. I can sit and go, yeah, if you just did beep, 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 physician, heal thyself, if I just did that too, kind of thing. So I'm pushing myself, I think, coming new year is to do. Well, I've got my yoga classes loaded up pretty good, and I've got one class of chair yoga, which I don't really do the chair part of it. I just do the yoga off the chair, a modified version, and it's for people who don't have the physicality to do the yoga. But me taking that spot means somebody else can't have that spot that might need it. So I got to get out of that yoga and get into the higher yoga level. I have 3 other yoga classes I do, but that's my goal, is just to drop that one out and go to the next intermediate up by that same instructor. Because the only reason I'm there is because I really like that instructor. And the other one's good too, but get a little bit of loyalty going.
So you want to hear something funny that I did not expect? Like I said, I've been eyeing the Fitbit for a while, just overall for monitor that heart health, blood pressure, stupid shit. Blood pressure's always been a little weird with me, so that's another thing that's been on my radar. The reasons for the watch, and the kids are starting to like, hey, you should be watching this. Was the reason, they want to see. I as curious as much as I like it does quite a bit. How much oxygen saturation, it's keeping track of the sleep numbers and all that. There's a lot of pluses to it. But the weird thing about this is so I'm mainly right-handed. I'm ambidextrous. I can use both, and I do use both, but I prefer the right, but I can write with both
Got a
hands.
left aiming eye is what you got.
And
one or the other.
I usually would wear watches and bracelets on my left hand, preferably. So I went to put the watch on, and I wore it all day, and I'm like, just keep tracking my steps, and I'm like, why ain't this little heart,
Why is this? It's in the wrong spot.
No, it doesn't like tattoos. I didn't, yeah, yeah,
Rescue shoe.
yeah, yeah.
Not for me, but for you. Yeah, where are you gonna put it?
Even on this side, it could find a spot over here, but I didn't like it on the bottom side, but it won't read the top side at all.
How far are you down on the right side? Put your right hand up.
I got it out down the right.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I see. Yeah, you
got. I gotta keep it on this side because it won't let me wear it on the left arm where I would normally wear it.
It's funny.
You don't think about that kind of shit when you get sitting in the tattoo, Well, yeah, that's
what is about the tattoo that is the problem, though?
It's not as reflective because it has like a green, like almost like mouse, but it's like, and that reads your skin and the movement and all a bunch of good things. And black doesn't make it, it's not as reflective.
So if you're a person of color or deep color, it's not a good program for you.
Well, I don't know. That's maybe a thing, but it doesn't like the black pigment. I mean, the dark black. So I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't like the ink for sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be different with just natural coloring and skin, natural pigmentation as opposed to ink pigmentation.
So I don't know. I dig it though. So far, so good. Makes me feel healthy, man. I looked at it this morning. My heart rate was 55. I was like, damn.
Nice.
And
That's
my
nice.
resting heart rate is 60. So I don't know. It seems to be overall good numbers.
Well, on the plus note for me today, my black chow he goes out the front door, he can get out the gate. He got out the front door and he got out the gate. And of course I called him, he flipped me off and I just went, fuck it, I got work to do. So I just left him. And then the other dog wanted just to go outside, of course, so she went outside because she stays in her yard. And then when it came time to let her in, he came in with her. It's like he did his little run around the yard and came back. Normally I have to pretend like I'm leaving in my SUV and he jumps in it. And it's like, there you go, you dick. Now let's go in the house. And I would think that after every time I get him like that, just about every single time, there's been a couple times he has come back on his own when he's real thirsty, but it's not usually like 20 minutes, which is what it was today. And yeah, he'll come in and or I want him to come in, so I'll just jump in the SUV and got the leash in hand, and then he'll come running and I let him in there and then I hook him up and park the SUV and bring him in. It's like every single time. And he's not stupid. So maybe he just wants to come in and just needs me to do that. I don't know. But if it's early, he won't jump in there. Gotta go torment the feral cats.
It was nice to see none, my the other dogs. My oldest daughter has the original dog,
Oh, okay.
and who is Angel, the original Chihuahua or white. She's like responsible for many puppies.
Uh,
And but man, she was just so excited to see me yesterday when I walked in.
he was.
It blows me away on the canine memory. Even puppies that that one of these dogs have given liver to and has spent a little bit of time. I've seen a lot of the people that I've given puppies to have been awesome enough to send pictures, updates, or I see some of these up. Even it's weird that the remembrance, they remember. They get them dogs remember who you are in a lot of cases.
That dog was fairly young when you got her, wasn't she, though? Also.
Oh yeah, that dog was a baby.
Yeah,
Baby.
raised her and yeah, she's not gonna ever forget you.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Any plans for the new year?
I think I'll do what I did last year and probably do some hallucinogenics and go on Caribou Heart for the new year and as it goes. Unless there's something else going on around here. I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing for the New Year's. I'm doing a New Year's show or not.
Well, if you ain't, hey, pop over to Caribou. That's where we partying.
Right on.
Probably. I'm not saying for certain. I have not been out to go out like to a bar or anything to listen to music. And I can't even tell you forever. Not this century.
A live like cannabis event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing. And alcohol, it's traditionally alcohol, and that doesn't, the allure of an alcohol event doesn't do me at all. But Cannabis, that'd be something interesting. Bong hits at midnight. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That would be fun.
Something. That'd be a good time.
Yeah. Well, here's a good story for you. I was gonna go to the ugly sweater contest and the comedy show, which I thought was last Saturday night, but it was actually last Friday night. So as I'm getting ready for it, it is going on. But I was not feeling it on Friday anyway. I ended up taking an early Friday evening, which I don't normally do. I just wasn't feeling very well. So in that regard, I'm glad I had the wrong night because I would rather have been home and not feeling well than be out and about not feeling well. So yeah, that's the worst. But shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. I haven't really looked after I kind of blasted you all with the echo, echo, echo. See, Billy's in there. Hey, Billy Podunk, Tie Sticks, Red, geez, hell, gang's all here. Hillbilly and Becca meets Cannabis. Wow, a lot of people having their and Ryan, always Ryan. I love you, Ryan. By the way, thank you for those things you made me the avatars, I guess is what you'd call them. A lot of people getting that AI and playing with it. It's fun because I get to benefit from it.
I get to play with the AI. Even the Zoom here has an AI thing I won't turn on. I don't
That's
know.
really,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
AI companion. I refuse to turn it on. Yeah, I almost thought I seen it at the other one of the other shows working because I seen like a little box light up, said something. It seems like you were getting ready to stop talking, so like it flipped the camera view or something. And I'm like, I even like was going through the setting.
Yeah, what is
Did I turn that shit
that?
on? No.
You know, I will say this, somebody who knows in the hands of somebody that knows what they're doing, I think AI could be a nice enhancement on a show like this, but
Yeah,
that's not me or you, I don't think.
that shit's gonna take us over. Time flat. That's gonna run. That shit's gonna literally run us over. Like we never even seen it coming.
Yeah, well, what I think is gonna happen is um it's gonna hit the literary stuff first because everybody's using it to write shit. So you won't know it when you're reading something that a human has written or artificial intelligence program has written. And even if somebody goes back and edits it and puts in what they want in there, it's still, I don't know.
I think it was that fucking Iceni a long time ago. It was like a year ago, I want to say. Wrote me an AI version of like the history of the weed nerd world. And it was like a little book. And it was,
Yeah, I've seen Ross Jeff will be in Zoom and he's got a whatever the AI program is for writing, and he'll give it suggestions of what he wants, and it'll write him out a whole thing about him or something. So tell me about how Rasta Jeff came to be a seed breeder, and it'll give him and it's a weird because they can't come up with quite the right facts, so they do this kind of spit polish description. And
Mhm.
it sounds reasonable enough, but it's real shallow, of course, because they don't have the correct facts to go real deep. They can tell you years and stuff if they can find it on the internet. But yeah, it's real interesting as far as just to give it a handful of facts and say, okay, and I'll go write something and it'll come up with something more legible than descriptions of clothing from across the seas. I'll say that. Those are the ones that I always laugh at. The ones that are written and they use the wrong word to describe something. It's when you know it's not coming from America.
Yeah, it was fun to see some of the replays today, or some of the replay today. Traditionally, I would do or would have done a live Christmas episode during Christmas, and this is as close as we got this year. But T. Barrington, I seen during the last Weed Nerd World, was asking for a replay. I'm like, I think I can make that happen. So I just kind of randomly picked one, which was 278 today. And it was kind of really nice to see, some of the older faces. Miss D's Nugs, super cool gal. Oh, that guy. That was one of the ones where I butchered. It was, I can't even remember all the things. It was a Miss D's Nuts. Miss Nuts for the while. And she was like, I'm like, Mrs. D's Nuts? No, Miss D's Nuts. Oh,
I miss these nuts.
yeah, man. Super sweet lady, but funny, yeah.
That's funny.
Her episode's one of the funny one too, because that's like she's early, under 100, and my internet kept blanking out during the episode,
Days,
and I come back and she says, "Welcome back to the fucking talking shit with Miss D's Nugs."
Being a smart ass like me. Hi, I'm Blucas
Oh,
Gardens. You can find me on IG at blucasgardens.com. Yeah, sorry.
we did the soundbite both ways that night. Yeah, she was fucking talking shit with Eagle, and I was fucking talking shit with Miss D's Nugs.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a good episode. And I've been, very blessed to have been introduced to a lot of awesome people over the last few years.
Yes, you have a catalog that is to be envied of people you've talked to.
Hopefully, very much still growing. I'm getting a second wind in this project, and I'm looking forward. I very much, as I was getting closer to 1,000, and things had spun out in personal life a little bit. That 1,000 number scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what I was gonna do when I got there. As I got closer, or if I was even gonna be able to hit that number to be able to.
Well, I have to admit, I did notice you went through kind of you lost your religion there for a minute, I guess is what I want to say. And I could tell, and that's when you were going through all the other bullshit too. And I'm glad that you stuck with it, because I know you were feeling bad about doing the whole Patreon thing and all that shit. And it was all kind of coming together, and I was kind of worried about this show at that point for you. And then you seem to have done the hokey pokey and turned it around for yourself a little bit. But
this thing's always been something that's been very special to me, 100%. And I just, like I said, there's so many things that as I come up to that number, it was like, okay, how do I, what's going to happen from here? Then before, when things were halfway steady.
Yeah, that's before shit really hit the tornado and started whirling.
That was a crew driving me crazy, but now as that number's like, now I'm literally, as I start to schedule these interviews and stuff, I'm like, yeah, Merry Christmas, what you got? I'm getting more and more excited about getting to the closer to that number and what may happen after that 1,000. If you watch some of them old episodes, if the guest showed up, that's how this right here started. Was the whole tuck and roll, Guests didn't show up. I ain't give a shit. I'm gonna fucking do this anyway.
Shout out. We need somebody up here.
And yeah, so I just fucking tuck and roll, went with it, and just started going with more and more with the panel shows if it had be or for filled time or whatever. But tuck and roll has always been you can't let life or whatever, take you out, hold you down. You gotta get back up, you gotta roll with it, that
No, you can't let life fuck you because life will fuck you hard.
you can't
It will give you blessings too, but when you've got the blessings, enjoy those blessings because again, you can be tucking and rolling. But like I said, going into the New Year's, I'm not big on making New Year's resolutions, but recently, this last year, I started listening occasionally to Mel Robbins, and she's a more motivational speaker. I'm getting motivated and doing things, and she's got a lot of good things to say, but she's got this 6 point starting the new year where the first 3 points are reflecting what you were doing the last year, doing now, and then going forward, kind of motivationally what you should be doing is, because we all have goals and ideas, but like she says, if you don't know where you are right now, you don't know how you're going to get to someplace else. And it's just a really nice exercise to figure that out. And I did that, and it's really giving me focus going into the new year because I do plan on launching my own podcast. I had actually planned on launching it already, but circumstances happened and I had to regroup. So I've got renewed fervor to get that out there. And yeah, and it was just for me actually just taking stock of what I've done and where I've been and what I'm doing now and where I want to go, and give me some direction so that I'm not just out there flailing and letting the river take me where it's gonna go. Because life will fuck you, just like we were saying.
sure will. It sure will.
So the more control you have over the fuckery, the better off you are.
I'm excited. That's all you can do, man. Keep the faith.
I've noticed a renewed interest and a renewed vigor in the show lately, and even like when we were doing the going back to the old roots with the shout outs and the doing the dab song, always great. You can't miss with that.
I need to get back to the shout outs. I always thought that was one of the things that made the show, or uh the gratefulness. Gratefulness in life is huge. Huge.
Gratitude is huge. It is.
Gratitude, yes. It sure is. And but that was always my way of uh being grateful, telling people that I appreciated their time and all that. So
Acknowledgement means a lot to people. I mean, even if it's a shout out that yeah, there's times there I was, it went by fast, but hey, I gotta give it to you. You don't trip too much on the names. You do pretty
I think that some part of that it wasn't not my perseverance. It still takes a minute to do those still. And then I look back at that list and it's kind of disheartening these days, to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that are still very much involved in the show. And then there's life.
drifted away.
There's people that has drifted away. There's
People
people
that you've lost.
started the show. There's people that don't come around. And I still shout their name out. I still wish them people well. But as life goes on, it gets harder to be grateful for the fuckers that turn their back on. And usually that's a good fucking, there's
Yeah.
some good in
Yeah,
that.
we had good times. What happened, fucker?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I understand. I really do understand more than you know.
Needs to be a new list, is what I'm saying. Needs to be updated. So, uh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll say this, life does get busy for a lot of people, and there has been a lot of people that when I first started watching, not just this show, but a lot of the YouTube podcasts that, after the COVID lifted and they were free to run the streets, that's what I guess they did, went out and lived life, but I don't watch regular TV. I did this weekend just because there was something I wanted to see on a movie I wanted to see, and I watched it. Otherwise, I'm on the YouTube. So talking to my friends, getting high.
There's a lot of awesome people here, that's for sure.
There are. And it's from my perspective, like the Caribou Heart is going to have their first Canadian booth crew meetup on August 1st. And I'm looking really forward to seeing that and meeting these people. I've been spending a lot of time with them. I'd like to meet them.
No. That's pretty awesome.
As vacations go, that's a pretty awesome ass vacation right there. It's like a family reunion, but a different kind of family.
Yeah, that's another thing that I've kind of slept on over the years and shit like that. It's hard to organize that kind of shit when you're already working two jobs and then doing this few 6 hours a day.
Well, I'm real grateful to the Gems and Genetics people, the brothers, for doing their organizational skills. Shoot, we've been camping twice this past year. Next year, who knows?
Right. Hopefully more and more next year anyway. Hopefully no more. I'd like to see some more northern Michigan base. That's just where all the good camping's at, isn't it?
Yeah, the better camping, but there's good camping all through Michigan. The problem is the more further north you get, the more whiny them southern Michigan people get about having to go north. Too bad. Yeah, I've heard that mostly from East Siders when they do West Michigan, Muskegon actually, events. They're like, it's a long way to travel. I go, I know. I've been going to the East Side all this time. Now it's your turn to travel. Sorry.
Says my true colors have shown. I have no morals and my words are worthless. I ruined my own show. That is so far from untrue.
Who said that?
Well, thank you. Your opinion is your opinion. I could delete your comment, but I won't. You know what I mean? Everybody's opinion is their opinion. I'm not. Your words don't hurt or sway me as a person. So good for you. That's all I can say to that.
Yeah, if all you had is people that loved you, it just tells me you're an ass looker. Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't get that vibe off you. I've seen your true colors, I think. I slept just fine in the same camp as him. He's not a murderer or nothing. He's not stabbing my back. You did not ruin any show. So, yeah.
So it's people that make this so fun in the shout outs. So much more fun to do these days. All that stuff. And I wish you the best on your show, but be prepared for this shit. I mean,
I could
reports, the people that
give a fuck about my numbers. I'm going out more because I'm curious about things. And if you want
anything, that is what's made me the cold person that I have been in this year, is all the people that say nice things and then report your shit or go on Discord and talk shit. That's why I don't go to Discord anyway. So much shit gets talked on Discord, so much fucking bullshit, so much fuckery. I got things better in life to watch people talk shit about other people. You know, that's
I do get that. I really do. But I will say this about Discord. I belong to one particular chat group within Discord, one room, as it were.
and there's probably a sub room to that.
It's a very small room. It's as far as numbers in that room, I don't think it breaks 100. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I don't even know if it breaks 75 people, but they're selected people so that you don't have the bullshit fuckery. And it's a very small, a lot of Canadians. I don't know. I'm not really a Canadian, but I identify. I identify as somebody living in the coldest part of the world. But I also belong to another couple of rooms that maybe I'll get a stab and maybe I won't. So take it as she comes. Toxic and disruptive. Yes, there are a few of the rooms that can be very toxic and also disruptive.
Oh, that's why, seriously, I've seen the group chats earlier on, and there's a reason why I don't participate in like that stuff. And I have very good reasons because I've been at this a very long time, longer than a lot of you people realize. I mean, way longer than a lot of you people realize. And behind it all, I've seen all this, the group chats, the people talking about other people. I got to give it up. Last two shows. DGC Jeff, cheers. Cheers. $57 of you guys watching. What are you guys smoking on?
You mean there's 50? I know you too, Billy. You're a good dude. I like talking to Billy in the Discord chats. We always have lively conversations. Yeah, it's not all fuckery, but you do have to be careful. It's a fact. Hey, doctor. And there's Pretty Ricky too. Hi, Ricky. I don't think he likes me to call him that, but he hasn't been really fighting.
Another full moon coming tonight at 6.
Yes, it is a full moon tonight.
I don't think I can handle another.
I think the next one's like another decade or so. Oh, so Cal. Yo, dude, what's up? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker. What's up?
I identify as a fucked mother, so.
Hey, there you go. Now I heard Blue Kiss talking about the Discord channels, and I wanted to jump in
and talking about, don't you, honey?
I know exactly. I actually put that in chat before I left chat and came over. I know exactly the channel you're talking about, and actually, I was just there a little while ago talking to a couple of people. Anyway, Eagle, man, Eagle, I think you would have a blast on some of these channels because it's not like the shit talking and the like you see on the shows and a lot of these channels. It's people like me and Blue Kiss and Thunder Dan and quite a few others that are basically just sitting there shooting the shit as if we were sitting around a freaking as if we're sitting around a campfire, passing joints.
But having said that, there are rooms that are real stab too.
Yeah, but you avoid those and you got no problem.
True enough. You'll
never get me back on Discord. Never, ever, ever. That is my promise. So, but it is appealing. There is a lot of good people on there, but me, myself, will never be.
I mean, you do have to be very selective with the channels and who's, part of those just channels or whatever they call them over there. And to be honest, there's only with 3 of them that I even subscribe to, and Blue Kiss knows the one.
I have my own reasons, and it's not, well, there is the backstabbing chats mainly. But outside of that, Discord is own, I have other reasons. Discord just sells your information fragrantly to anybody that wants to buy it. Then it's owned by the, a Chinese government, Tencent company, which devolves everything you click or do to the Chinese government. Not that I have anything against Chinese people or anything like that.
I look at it either the Chinese know what I'm doing or the Americans know what I'm doing. Somebody's gonna know what I'm doing. Whoever owns it's gonna know what I'm doing. And you know what? I'm kind of fucking boring. Doing 2 things. I'm swearing like a sailor and I'm getting high. Let's do a dab.
Right.
What are you dabbing on tonight?
Tonight, I grabbed something called straw candy. I got it at there's a little thing called the Fudge. They Third Eye Muse puts on it's like a little indoor market of cannabis related products. In fact, there is one coming up on the 30th in Lansing at the Fudge, probably starting at noon. Check IG. But anyway, I digress. There's craft cannabis, craft concentrates from our local Michigan people, and I picked this up from Magnum Opus. Do I know who Magnum Opus is? No, I've seen him a couple times though, and I got his product and it's pretty freaking good. Red Setter Farms, it will be there probably on the 30th. He can confirm or deny in the chat in Becca Meets Cannabis. It's always a good time. But yeah, that's one thing I like about our local stuff. Picking up boutique concentrates, for lack of a better. Really, I need to go to a couple Hareem events to really get into the concentrate varieties. I don't know if you've ever been to any of those. I like them.
I don't smoke a lot of I like the good old hash, but I don't, any of the other shit. I don't smoke a lot of these days. Dab here, dab there. That's about all I'm good for.
Well,
I can't deal with the dabs. The first time I ever did a dab was the last time I did a dab, and I put a little bit. I smoked it like I would have hash. I put a little bit on top of a bowl, smoked it, and I watched 4 movies back to back on Lifetime Network because I couldn't get the fucking remote control that was 3 feet away
From the dabs?
from the hand. I couldn't move. It was the first and last time. But I'll tell you what, I do like my hash, and we just made some the other night actually. A buddy of mine, one of the guys I ride with all the time, he's always going to the dispensary, and the dispensary he goes to, if you buy an ounce of their top shelf, they give you an ounce of the mid shelf. It's like, thanks for coming in kind of a gift. Well, he's been collecting that mid shelf 3 ounces for quite a while. And we decided to run that through some ice the other night. We ran it was what was it, 840 something grams in the hash bags, and came out with 72 in return. 72 grams in return.
Nice.
So that was, kind of a fun little couple days before Christmas thing.
I enjoyed some good hash. I was smoking on that Temple Ball. And again, I've got a bunch of like dabbables laying around, and today I chose Temple Ball, good old fashioned Temple Ball. Hey, I should Nice little midday nap. Wasn't bad.
That's all right.
I'm curious to see how this turns out that we made the other night because it's a mutt mix. It's just whatever they wanted to give him, they gave him, and he saved it all, and it's all just something different from every week. So it could be very interesting what the hash turns into.
But it'll still be good.
Oh,
So how's Christmas, you guys? You guys have a great Christmas or what?
it was
I
okay.
had a pretty good Christmas.
It was okay. Always nice to see the kids, the girls, and the grandkids.
Oh yeah,
How about yourself?
stellar, stellar. I got about 85 pounds of meat to put in the freezer this morning.
Damn.
Yeah, nice. Finally.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of all that time, all that energy finally paid off.
I wonder how much pound you paid for that.
With gas money and all that shit that I bought.
But didn't you also make yourself a trailer or something? What was it that you were welding?
Oh my no, that was my ladder for my tree stand.
There you go. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to, that costs a little bit too, and
Yeah,
it all adds up. Shit adds
I got
up.
blood, sweat, tears, cash, blisters
Oh
on my
yeah,
feet. But damn it, I fucking
but it makes you feel so good going out and hunting, doesn't it?
really does.
Every
What I've learned over this season though, this I like, Blue Kiss, we talk pretty much daily. Um, it's been a fucking lot of effort that I put into this. And I don't care what it is you're doing, hunting deer or playing piano. When you put that much effort in and it finally pays off, there's
satisfaction.
there's no feeling like that. No feeling like that. I think I did traumatize a family for life though.
Well, there are things that
You
have to
tell.
go by the wayside.
So I've been hunting one area of the mountains, but I've been kind of looking at another area. And the area that I'm hunting is open to rifle hunting. So I kind of started looking at other areas that we're not allowed to have rifle hunting over there. And the problem with those was there's a bunch of mountain bike trails and a bunch of hiking trails. So I've kind of been staying out of there. Well, this morning I decided to go in there, and right when I went to shoot my deer, I heard little kids talking. What I didn't realize was those little kids were talking to their parents about, "Mommy, look, there's a deer."
Oh, the one you're about to kill?
The one I killed. Yeah. Yeah. So they kind of freaked out a little bit. And I think I might have ruined Christmas for a couple of kids.
Well, they probably have the restrictions for that area because there's too many humans in that area.
Well, there's, yeah, that too, but it's also considered a recreational area where I was at. So, I mean, it's legal for bow hunting. You can legally hunt bow up there. So, a lot
Harder
of people
to
do.
kill a passerby though with a bow than it is a rifle.
Yeah. Yeah. But these little kids got to experience the
See
circle of life.
Bambi's mother's end anyway.
Yes.
Or is this spot one of them? Yeah.
No, it was
Mama.
it was mama. It was mama.
Mama.
I figured, I
Where'd you
haven't
hit?
actually.
Where was your
What's that?
kill shot? Where was your kill shot?
It was right through the pump station. Double long heart.
Yeah, there you go.
So I use those broadheads that cut the arrowheads that I use cut about a 2 1/4 inch hole as they go through.
Yeah.
So
Well, you don't want them running off and losing them. Although a lot of times you do.
I didn't expect
Well,
it.
that's a good
I didn't
shot like
expect to
that
see a
though.
family out there. I didn't expect to see a family up there, hiking around Christmas morning and witness it.
And
How was the weather where you
even
were?
ask.
Fucking frozen.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it was out in my little thermometer on my tree stand. It was 21 degrees when I got there this morning, and the wind was blowing pretty good right into my face, and that's why I kind of figured, fuck this, I'm going across to the other side. And over there, it was still like 26.
Me and both Blue Kids both just fucking cringe because we know that's coming our way. 50's have been nice the last couple of days. Oh man, I am not looking forward to the return of
yeah,
weather.
there's going to be a big drop off before long. It can't stay like this forever.
I know.
Well, I hate to say it, but there was snow on the ground up in my little deer spot this morning. So not a lot, but I am in Southern California, and there was some decent snow here and there up there. So it's here.
I'm not ready. At least I haven't had to touch a shovel yet, so I'm good. I usually enjoy the
I
shovel.
have it on the ramp here. I have cleared my ramp, but I haven't like shoveled. I certainly haven't even started up the snow blower yet. I should really just do that just to make sure it will. I always wait till there's snow and roll the dice and see if it'll start up. That's because I like the frustrations of winter.
See, that's the one thing that I'm glad we don't have is the snow. But I'm kind of thinking about trading the snow for the freedom of leaving here and going to free America.
I don't know how free we are here, but we are free to blow all the snow we want in the middle of January.
Hey, I'm fine with that. The wife,
It's
I don't
actually
know.
just like walking behind a rototiller, to tell you the truth. It's just cold and you're blowing snow off the side.
See, I'm that dumbass that'll put like electric blankets all the way down the driveway and try to just prevent the snow.
Prevent
Prevent the
my
buildup.
driveway. I got too much of it.
How long is the driveway?
I'm rural.
So it's more of a road.
Yeah, 2-track.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
And I got actually 2 entrances, and it's a horseshoe around the back of my house.
So
I usually only keep the one side open though, the main side open, the back entrance side. Depending on how much snow I get and how adventurous I feel with the snow blower. Sometimes I'll blow the whole thing out, but not usually. I'll end up usually just doing the main pathway in a parking pad.
do you have a plow?
Got a lot of people with plows. I haven't had to really do that much snow blowing, so I don't mind doing that. It's good exercise for me.
Right now.
I have had plows come in when it's been too much and gone to FTS, and then I'll call somebody in. I don't have a problem doing that, but yeah, as a rule, no, I'll just get out and blow it. No bad jokes in the chat, please. Thank you. I'm going to preempt that one right now.
I was biting my tongue on that one.
Low-hanging fruit. I'll put it out there every now and again. Good exercise for an old gal.
There's nothing wrong with some good snow shovel. I do enjoy it. I'm having the last. I don't mind the activity of shoveling the snow. I enjoy that, but it's in the last couple of years I've just had more of a tougher time adapting to the cold. where I could just walk out there in my shorts, fucking whatever. But the last couple of years,
Not
man,
anymore, huh?
mid-season, I'm like, holy shit, you know. But until like mid-season, I've started adapting a little bit, but you know, it's taken a lot longer to enjoy winter.
I will say this
Yeah.
about the winter and the cold is when we first started getting the real cold, because we had a few 20-degree days in there where I had to go to the gym because I have class usually anywhere from 8 till 10 o'clock in the morning for swimming. And the water walking isn't bad. That's warmer, but the deep well is usually pretty cold. But not when you're coming out from the cold. You get out from the cold and you're fucking freezing because it's 25 degrees. That doesn't feel so bad at all. But when it was summertime and I was coming in from 80 degrees or whatever, it was pretty cold. So it's easier getting in the water now anyway. It's the hardest part of the whole workout is just getting in the fucking water.
And I'm sure they'll be doing the polar dip this year. They may not even have to fucking cut a hole in the ice this year at the rate this year it's
It's
going.
not freezing yet.
It's
But
not-
you know what was you get 10 days of around zero weather and you're there. You've got your 4+ inches.
They need 12, I think, for the races. They didn't have the races last year. It was like, and it was a little further on. We had ice this time last year. It wasn't thick, but we had ice. But
Yeah, there's nothing even. You just got open water right now.
yeah, the whole lake's open. And which blows my way, you know, that in itself blows me away. That like there'd be nights where I can go to bed and then fucking water would be moving. I'd wake up the next day and that thing would be frozen like a puddle. At least like, man, I can't believe that shit freezes over that quick.
Jack Frost came in and touched.
It'd be pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a trip because you guys are talking about not having the lake frozen, and it should be. And here I am this morning. I'm walking across puddles, not getting wet.
Right. Well, I'll take it though. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, I did learn a valuable lesson this morning though. That ice is fucking slick.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many leaves are on top of that shit. It's slick.
So I broke my femur coming on my 2-year anniversary, beginning of January. Nothing I want to really celebrate, mind you, but it gives me an idea of where I was and where I've come to, how long it's taken. So yeah, it was a horrible thing that happened, but it was the most horrible, best thing that happened to me that could have happened. I think is just I needed that. I needed to quickly hit rock bottom and drag my ass out physically. So, oof. Thanks for the wake up call. I'm awake now, world. I don't need to be woke again.
And them times we often wonder why we've done these challenges when we are. And I really believe there's some type of lessons to be learned in that. Prepare us for our next phase of life.
Is it just me or is Eagle's audio going all wacko?
Yeah, you've got a little bit of crackling going on, Eagle.
Well, that figures. Hold on.
Going a little bit crackly and then robot and then kind of cutting out.
I guess we can talk. He's the one that's got to fix it.
It hasn't been like that the whole time, has it?
No, it just started a couple minutes ago.
Well, that's good. Anyway. At least it hasn't been the whole time. I'll take that.
No, whatever you did seems better now.
Oh, I think I'm sitting here rubbing my feet on the cord. I bet that's it.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Like a cord wasn't plugged all the way in or something. You're getting that static out of the port.
Yeah, was rubbing my foot on the headphone cord. Sorry. Oh man, I need to wake my ass up, man. I'm fixing to hit the gym here in a minute or a few minutes. Test out the girls got me some Adidas running shoes. Test them out. But
Break them in.
There you go.
I'm leaning myself to some more, at least as far as I know, like the more non-traditional names of like shoe companies.
You just cut
I
yourself
just lost
off.
you completely. Yeah, you just did something.
Get your
Get
foot
your
off
feet
the
up or
cord.
whatever that was. Dang it. Uh-oh. He broke himself.
You break the cord.
What'd you do?
I don't know. You guys are talking about like going to the gym and swimming and running and all that shit. And I'm thinking,
Touch anything.
There you
I've
go.
been trying
Now
to
we
go to
got
sleep
you.
and I hope I have a dream about running and swimming.
I was in April. I was walking with about April. April's when I joined the gym. I was still walking with a pretty marked limp, and that was my initial want to join the gym, was to get rid of that damn limp, because and it hurts too. It's hurting a lot less. It still hurts, but not like it was. But I was getting tired of every day waking up in pain. And
The chiropractic thing there.
oh, I can go to the chiropractor every day if I want. My daughter works for a chiropractor, and so I'm in the friend and family plan that she gets, and I can go whenever I want. So I usually go after yoga on Wednesday or Friday, or sometimes both, but not usually.
Right out.
But in my opinion, chiropractic, it does help you realign, but it does not keep you aligned. Your body is where it's going to be without bracing it for a long period of time. You're not gonna,
You
you
have
know
to
what I'm
work
saying?
muscles. Yeah, you got to rebuild those muscles. It's nice.
Yeah, so that's where the yoga comes in. I'm doing the yoga and strength training through the back and stuff, because back here is where pretty much I can snap, crackle, and pop all day just like that. I just crackledy.
Yeah. I
So
told my wife the other night, I was like, I wish I could just take my spine, pull it out, pressure wash it, sandblast it, re-lube
get
it,
all
and
the little
put it
high
back.
spots off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting some high spots that I've got to work out. It's the way it is, man. Osteoarthritis, yeah.
Again, that's going to be the new rage. They're just going to, instead of greasers, they're going to have stem cell certs. Just use walk up, straighten your
There you
back.
go. All better now.
I'll be back again in a couple months.
Hey, I got a weak disc here. Anybody want to rebuild?
Right.
Hey, wouldn't that be nice? Because that is, for a lot of people, that is their problem. My problem is arthritic, but for a lot of people, it's the discs, and the discs get fucked up and herniated, and next thing you know, there's fusing and shit going on, and boy, oy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the point in life though where I realized that, I should have listened to everybody back in the day when they said, you probably shouldn't do that. You're gonna pay for it later. Yeah. Listen to mom and dad, kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I wear my knees out. Playing softball, I was a catcher.
Yeah, that's how you did it. Sure.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. No, I could sit there softball, slow pitch, so I'd have to basically squat down, stand up, squat down, stand up for 9 innings. And yeah, after a while, I started crackling.
Yep. It's funny when medical first became a thing out here, and I went to get my medical card. I went into the doctor's office, and it was the very, very, very first time I got a card. I actually saw a doctor. For the renewals, it was all like, a Zoom meeting with some guy sitting on a beach in Hawaii.
Yeah,
For
still
the very
hurt.
first time, it was like a novelty, right? When it's, went record or legal
Beginning
here.
of it.
So, yeah. So I went in, I paid my $150 or whatever it was, and they asked me what my ailment was, and I did like a squat, and my knees cracked so loud in the guy's office, it kind of echoed in the office. And he's like, "I'm giving you 1 year right here."
Yeah, mine will do that too. Or I'll be in yoga and for some reason my toes crack really loud. Just that we're, just my toes. And the first time I was in class with this one instructor and got her feet up and we're flexing and stuff. And I'm going, and she's like, "Who's doing that?" That's just normal noises in here, lady. It's going to happen more and more. And she's like, "Just work the bubbles out." And I'm thinking, if that's a bubble, it would have been gone a long time. That's just got a little something, something making things crack. Doesn't hurt as long as it doesn't hurt. And I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I've always said, you're old the day you step out of bed and your first few feet that you walk sounds like you're walking in Rice Krispies.
Yeah, I'm pretty crackly. Snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, these days, like fucking stretching is every bit as much of the daily routine as coffee.
You saw getting even before you get out of bed. Every one of us, youngsters too, ought to be doing just some real basic stretches. You're coming out of dead muscle sleep, and some people jump right into it. And that's when you get up and go, "How did I hurt myself in my sleep?" Well, you didn't. Your muscles were asleep, and you jumped up and you put the fucking strain on them. And then it hurt them.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Although I have woke up without getting out of bed and been sore, but that's a whole nother thing. That's something for y'all to look forward to later.
Waking up with the aches and pains.
Yeah, I can still pick them up and lay them down, man. And I might sound funny, and I might when I walk, I might sound funny. It makes sounds when I walk, and I might be pained when I wake up. But once that starts working, I'm pretty flexible and I get through the day pretty well. I'm pretty thankful. But yeah, it was a lot easier in my 30s for sure.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you one thing I learned over the last few months though is that the more I've been out walking over like just natural mountainous terrain, the less my snap, crackle, and popping actually happens.
Yeah, you work it out.
Yeah. It's when you stop doing it on a regular that it all comes back and it gets worse.
Yeah. Well, one thing I think I am going to do this year different than I've been in the last couple, and it's gonna be a radical thought, but I am going to run a lot less plants outdoors. Probably work my way into an indoor grow. Not over this winter, but the next one. Just because it is so much freaking work for me. And my perennial flower beds have taken such a bad hit that I would be ashamed to show anybody my flowers. My one flowers that I end up smoking, I show those off, but the ones around the house, no.
Well, if you make the transition from outdoor to in, don't expect the same results. I learned that one.
No, I've already got I was a perennial flower grower for decades before I ever planted a cannabis plant.
All right.
Hey, SoCal or Modern.
Modern.
Oh, your twin brother Modern.
Plain
Hey, hot dog.
Modern's out kissing all the money. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
One last time, if I remember right.
There's lights going off, but it doesn't look like he won. See, that's what
I walk
me
into
off.
a casino and I walk into a casino, I just walk up to the first person I see that works there, hand them all the money in my wallet, and turn around and walk out the door.
There you go. I wish I worked there when you showed up. I'll take $50 to $75 with me, depending on what low limit on the blackjack table is. And when that money's gone, that money's gone. Usually I'll either break even or come out just a little ahead, or just maybe a little behind, depending.
So does
don't,
it ever change as if it goes up, or does it stay the same no matter if you ride the ride up and then back down to that number?
Yeah, well, that's when you say, do what dice game do I like? I like to play craps, but you get pretty good odds on. You get the best in a casino odds at craps of any game that you can play. The more you know, kids. If you're gonna gamble, do the best odds.
I was in, we used to go to Laughlin every year for my buddy's birthday. Laughlin's like, just outside Vegas, but it's on the river and it's 100 times more chill and relaxed, and you get away with a lot more,
Different kind of, same rules, different vibe kind of thing.
Yeah, a whole different vibe, whole more just laid back, there's not all the nightclubs and the parties and it's just more relaxing. Anyway, I was on a blackjack table and I was on a fucking heater. I couldn't lose. And I was up like $1,000 within 45 minutes. And I hear my buddy.
Stop, did you?
Oh no, I was doing great. So a couple of my buddies go walking by, because you go into the casino at those places and you just like everybody goes their own way for a while and y'all end up meeting up later. But I see one of my buddies out of the corner of my eye walking by, and he looks over, and I can tell he was standing there watching me, and he watched like 3 hands, and I hit a blackjack back to back to back on all 3 of those hands. And he didn't say a word. He just kind of like backed off a little bit and started walking away. And another one of my buddies comes up, and I won 2 hands right then while he was watching. And he's like, dude, you're on a fucking heater. And the dealer looks at me and she goes, do you want to play the next hand, or are you going to sit this one out now? It's like, no, I'll play it. I lost every fucking penny.
Oh.
Right after he said that.
So kind of like Jing, show me a Coke.
Yep. I mean, the guy's last name is Fowler, so
Cooler.
Ask that bad boy about her.
Speaking of, hey, how you doing on that?
Gone.
Pretty good.
He said,
Indians kick him out.
He said, anyway.
Looked like he was doing all right. He had like almost $700 on that machine, so unless he put in $1,000 to start with, but
I couldn't see the numbers, but lights were going.
He has pretty good luck overall. I would think he's winning. I hope he's winning anyway.
Right. I have shitty luck with that kind of stuff. It's funny.
Go ahead.
I can go to the horse races like, any time during the horse racing season and lose my ass. But for some reason, opening day, I always kill it. I'll win on opening day, but I don't know what it is. My stupid picks just actually work.
I was surprised to see him in a casino on Christmas night. I wouldn't think that. I guess they're open all the time.
Yeah, they don't close. Well, guys, I'm gonna jump out, go hang out with the wife, and
that's probably really good timing because we are right at that 11 o'clock time. So
yeah,
I appreciate you popping in, sharing a little bit of your Christmas time with me. With us.
Absolutely. Blue Kiss, fuck you for being here. Eagle, fuck you for having us. Cat,
oh, fuck you too, sweetheart.
Merry Christmas, guys. See you next time.
Fuck you later.
Brother. Cheers.
And on that note, I'm going to take off as well. It was wonderful having a nice Christmas talk with you about our coming health plans and exercise plans. Anybody in chat, sorry if I bored you with that, but I'll do better next time. We'll talk reefer and shit.
Thank
So
you
good
for
night.
popping in. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well, with that being said, I am out of here myself. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out this Christmas. I appreciate you guys that hung out earlier today. Compliments of T. Barrington, who asked for that Christmas replay. Most importantly, I will see you some point this week, if not Thursday. Worst case. Most importantly, do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives.